What's up, everybody? Gen V continued its mania with its 7th episode this week. There will be spoilers in this video, so if you're not caught up to go ahead and save this video for when you are. Now let's get into the episode. Starting with Kate again, she's starting to hear people's thoughts, or we're just seeing that part of her powers now at least. And there was actually a point in the episode when she's talking to Dean and Dira that I thought she was betraying her friends once again, but it's quite the opposite. She baits Indira, then calls her friends to her house where she forces her to tell them all everything, and after that, slit her own throat. This was crazy, and she even goes one step further, stopping Marie from saving her life. Moving on to Sam and Emma the Lovebirds, as Sam is quite the episode this week. First, he's playing with Emma's mini panties while he's waiting for her. Then the next thing he knows, he's a party animal. He goes out and has a beer with Rufus in the hall as they do an ice slip and slide in the hall, which I gotta say, I love how they've been portraying Soups in college and like the whole Soups college experience. It's been great. But he goes out in public and scares the shit out of Emma until they regroup and head to the dean's house, where Sam seems to be the only one who agreed with Kate's decision, even though he was just trying to kill her last week. Then there's Marie, and don't worry, shippers, her and Jordan are still going strong, but we get a major reveal this week. Marie is seeking out Newman from the main show as she believes she has the power and following influence, all of that, to expose the woods for what it is. But when she meets her, she learns her powers, which we of course knew about from the boys. But what we didn't know is that Marie and Newman have the same powers, which means Marie can do the head explodey thing, and I wonder if that's how she did the cock explosion on Rufus. That'll probably end up benefiting Marie greatly, as Newman pretty much says she influenced her getting into God U, and she can maybe do the same with the Seven, but could definitely help her if she gets on the Seven. Definitely something to keep an eye on as we go forward in this universe. And before I get into the boys' connections, I want to acknowledge my top 3 cast members of the week. Returning to the list is Maddie Phillips, who continues to be lights out when given the time to shine, and she just really makes you feel for Kate. Then there's the guest star, Claudia Dumit, I hope I said that right, who's always a great presence in this universe, and her powers, which are the same as Marie's we now know, are just so cool. And once again, rounding out the list, Jess Sinclair. I really need her to make the jump from Gen V to the boys, hopefully in season 4, because she's that good. Like, her and Anthony Starr bouncing off each other as Marie and Homelander would be so damn good. Alright, now let's talk about how it connects to the main show. The first way was Indira meeting with Grace from the main show, who's the lady that worked alongside Butcher and Huey and Frenchie, all of them against Homelander. She makes a phone call after that meeting that kind of makes me think we might see Butcher show up next week, and I'm so down for that leading into The Boys Season 4. Then there's Newman, who I've talked about slightly already. After Marie goes to her about the virus, she speaks with Cardosa, gets the rest of the virus, ensures he's the only one who can make it, then pops his head like a gumball. That was a wild end of the episode as we head to the finale next week, and I loved it. As always, though, let me know what you thought about the episode down in the comments below, and subscribe so you never miss out on anything in the nerdy world, and make sure you have a great day.